Hi, evening. Even now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a video midweek to let you know when the lives are coming. But if you didn't notice the name of the what you call it, the stream, I finally decided to come up with a new name for. I guess now you guys, when you see this, it's gonna be a weekly thing, and it's gonna be called the Stewy Reports. I'm not a big fan of the name Stewy because my last name is Stewart. But I thought it was a little nice little play on my name, and you know what? It's a good way to do this. So, what the Stewy Report's going to be every week, I'm gonna be put on different topics out there. Because I believe in God, like something would do with God. So, if you have something you want to talk about in a biblical sense, maybe put in my own perspective and how I would rate it in my own beliefs. Fine, we'll talk about different sports events, different sporting news of the week. If there's a special event or a special news item you want me to talk about, and that will be mentioned in the video in the live, and also some Q&A during the week, during the weekly show. Oh, I'm working on that. Oh yes, I am getting the Discord. I'm gonna research it this coming weekend. I haven't had much time lately, schedule wise. It's been a little slammed, and I'm going to mention that during this live tonight. But I will have some time either this weekend or early next week. As you can tell by the shirt's a little bit dirtied, I apologize. But the last few weeks, I'm not doing my office job like I used to temporarily. They're waiting to restart up again just before the holidays for the sales. They figured it'd be a good time to do it again. For the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've been doing people ready. That's day labor jobs, like mostly construction cleanup. Mostly I've been doing, and because there's been a lot of new like apartments and hotels, a couple of timeshares that open up in the Orlando area. So that's why my schedule's been really slammed. I've been working now, including a little side hustle tomorrow. I'm averaging side hustle means I'm holding a sign, sign holding for like advertising for houses, other stores and stuff like that. I know that's gonna pick up during the holiday season when that comes soon. I'm actually working about 40 to 46 hours a week. And if your crew doing a group meeting I do every week, that's 2 hours for that, and then plus church, 50 out of 168 hours a week, I'm busy doing something in some way, shape, or form. Actually, 51 if you could now do an extra hour a week for starting to train to become a minister. So that's 51 out of 168 hours. That's about almost 1/3 of the week is gone. So, and I like the 9 p.m. time frame because on the West Coast it's 6 p.m. So it's not a bad time frame. So if I keep this like close to an hour, I can still talk to my spiritual moms at 7 p.m. California time, which would be about 10 p.m. Eastern time, and I can just catch her, talk about some stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna look at again the Discord. I just got your message, and I'm gonna do some research about it. And does it cost anything to start a Discord or not? Let me know if it Elliott won Dover. Yes, I was so happy when Chase Elliott won. So yeah, that was cool. I'll also go over my prediction tonight. Who's gonna win at Talladega? I'm gonna go over that in a few moments on Twitter. Oh, it's completely free. Okay. All right, cool. We'll keep that in mind. Cool. No, Twitter, Grip Dog. If you don't know who the Grip Dog is, he does a lot of the NR 2003 like videos, and he's been on a couple of those YouTube weekly podcasts. So, and that's another thing I want to do next year. Kind of something similar to that, but we'll have our own little fun and twist. They might do this on Wednesday, Tuesday. I'm gonna do mine on Fridays, but I'm gonna try to get like 4 other guys or 4 other people who are really into racing. We'll have our own little fun little spin and twist to it. I don't know the exact name if it's gonna be yet. But I have to wait till I get a laptop. And once I get a laptop, because I got a Google account, I got a Gmail account. I believe it's connected to my Hangout. So once I figure that out, and we can figure out how that will work. Maybe do a test on it. If I assume I get my laptop by January, I want to at least do one test run of it and see if it will work. And then if it does, we'll start our season probably the Friday of Super Bowl week, and then we'll go from there. That's one idea I have in mind. I have other projects I'm thinking about working on. I'm just waiting to save on some money, and there's a couple of people supposed to be coming my way soon. It's going to be helping fund one of the projects, but I have to wait because they're in Maryland right now. They won't be down here to Florida till at least mid to late November. One of the late snowbirds coming in. So once they get in and get settled, hopefully I'll find out what's going on. Oops, sorry about that. My phone. I almost dropped my phone. I gotta get one of those things like not like a tripod, but something I could put my phone down and just do the podcast my weekly show that way. Until then, I had to come up with something, and I lost my phone case today somehow. I don't know how the heck that happened, so I had to buy me a new one tomorrow anyway. So, oh well. So today, like I was just saying, I'm going to talk about for a minute who I think is going to win Talladega this weekend. Talladega, as if you may or may not know, is a 2.66 mile track, 33-degree bankings. I think it's 3 to 5 degrees in the straightaway, 18 to tri-oval. They'll be going for 188 laps on 3 stages. I believe the name of the race is the 1,000 Bulbs 500, if I remember correctly. I like the name, but I mean, I wish Talladega had no. If Daytona has lights, why doesn't Talladega have lights for Talladega Nights race? I would love to see that. I even mentioned that in a tweet today. I actually tweeted Talladega Speedway. It's like, y'all should have lights. That would be cool to watch a race at nighttime at Talladega. Maybe do like a special Saturday night race at Talladega. Maybe you could do a doubleheader. Maybe trucks early in the afternoon on a Saturday, and then maybe start the race like 7:30 p.m. prime time on NBC, or I would put that race on NBC. Forget Notre Dame that one week and put them on ABC or something. I think a lot of people will watch that race on TV and probably watch that race live. So, it is what it is. Well, we'll see. But who I think is going to win Talladega? I had to really think about this because I have a NASCAR fantasy league that we need Notre Dame football. I don't mind Notre Dame football. I'm not knocking it, but if I had a choice between watching Notre Dame football or Talladega night race on a Saturday, also I'm watching the race. I could always get the score on the bottom line if I have to. So that's just me. But because like I said, I have a fantasy NASCAR league that I help run with 4 other guys. We did our draft yesterday, and I had first pick. So I picked Pat Keselowski, and I believe he's going to win. And, I'm a Chase Elliott fan, but I did pick Pat Keselowski to win the race, and I even texted the Grip Dog today. If you haven't seen or heard of Grip Dog, I will highly recommend to go to his YouTube channel. He has a lot of good racing content, so especially in the NR 2003 realm. Maybe next time I might put his description. This is his name, and you could search for his YouTube channel. He's also on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. Do I have a favorite truck driver? That's a good question. No, it's not Jennifer Jo Cobb. I like her. She's straight. I'm actually gonna pick a little bit of an underdog. If I'm gonna have to pick one guy, just because I like the number, and I like the way he paid homage to a former NASCAR driver, John Hunter Nemechek. That's a good choice. That's a good one. But I like that guy in the 25 truck. What's his name? Cause he decided to go with 25 this year because of Tim Richmond. So yeah, I like him. I would Sergeant. That's it. Yeah, Sergeant. Yeah, that's him. I like him. Dalton Sergeant. Sergeant. Yeah, I like that name. That's a cool truck. I like that one. I like Matt Clatton. That's another good one. I'm not Christopher. That was the one last year. Who's in the 4 this year? Todd Gillen. I thought he should have won that race in Canada. He got kind of screwed out of that one. So I understand Noah Gladkin had to do what he had to do to win it, but I'm happy he got the JR Motorsports. I guess they like the fact that someone will do whatever it takes to win a race, as long as it's not too totally dirty in the context. But yeah, I just saw another report on the internet today. I just want to share because there's a rumor going on. I forgot exactly the source name, so next time, one thing I will do, I'll make notes and find out where the source is. But I did see it on Twitter today, and I also saw it on YouTube today. Someone else was talking about this, about the whole Fernando Alonso going to NASCAR. So there's 2 sources saying that that's even becoming more true. If you remember a commercial about 3-4 weeks ago, and then someone told me that the first part of the video, it's like a 30-second clip. You see Alonso playing a video game. That's actually a NASCAR game, mobile app game he was playing. And then Jimmy Johnson called him on the phone saying, "It looks like you're not going to be doing much next year right now, 2019. How would you have to do something stateside? Come over and then you see the 2 cars." And I'm thinking to myself, they're going to do like a driver swap. Well, that has been confirmed. One source says it's been confirmed, but they just don't know where or when. It's not going to be if it's going to happen. It's going to be a when and how. And if I had to guess, and I'm thinking of 2 possibilities, because F1's going to do like a special, like a 1-day event, a 2-day event in Miami in mid-October, and on the streets of Miami, and that could be a possibility. Or it could be the week of the United States Grand Prix at the Circuits of America, which is right around the same time as the Texas Cup race that week. So that could be a possibility. But again, that's all speculation for now. I also did hear there's a possibility that Rick Hendricks, and this is a wild speculation, but there is one talk that Rick Hendricks may, I don't know if he's allowed to have a 5th car next year. What's the worst food? Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a couple of foods I don't like to eat, but for me, it's going to be a tie between onions and guacamole. Oh, Brussels sprouts. I'll probably say Brussels sprouts is probably high up in that list of worst foods. Good question, though. That's different. I like that one. I would not be surprised if it's not this year, this coming year, 2019, but 2020, that Rick Hendrick fills a 5th car and bring back the number 5 or bring a 25. And Fernando Alonso, I don't know what the sponsor would be. Red Bull could be that's a big rumor too, that Red Bull's gonna do something with Hendrick next year. I don't know if that's allowed because Monster Energy, but you never know. I would probably say that would be the most likely scenario. Fernando Alonso at least raced the Daytona 500 by no later than 2020, which is also rumored that Lewis Hamilton is also thinking about coming to NASCAR by 2020. Because you remember 2011, but one of his drivers could own the car. So you may think maybe Dale Jr. could own that car? Because he's with Junior Motorsports. That could be a possibility. Because Jeff Gordon owns the 48. That could be a possibility. Because I was back to the Lewis Hamilton rumors. Assuming Lewis Hamilton wins the Formula One championship this year, which most likely, unless he chokes, he has a 50-point lead. And this gives you a proper perspective. He will have to DNF the next 2 races for Sebastian Vettel even to tie him right now in points because they get 25 for a win. But even if the season will end like that, it did, Lewis Hamilton will still win on a tiebreaker with most wins. So for Sebastian Vettel and S's will have to win 3 of the last 6. And 2 of those times, Lewis Hamilton, at least 2 of the times, Lewis Hamilton will either have to get no points or get very little points to really eat that points lead. So Lewis Hamilton, in essence, has a 2-race lead in points with 6 races to go. So they say mathematically he could finish as no worse than 5th, though less than season. Even Sebastian Vettel wins out 5th or better, no matter what. Lewis Hamilton wins the title out late. That'll be his 5th title in 11 years? Yeah, 11 full years in Formula One. And that starts to put him up in echelon category. You're talking about all-time drivers like Senna, Schumacher, Prost, Juan Manuel Fangio, Nicky Lauda, James Hunt, Sir Jackie Stewart, even Mario Andretti. You can make an argument, is probably one of the better Formula One drivers ever. Emerson Fittipaldi with 2 titles in that same era. So Nelson Piquet with 3. Yeah, that's a good one. Nigel Mansell, he's only up in that upper echelon of Formula One drivers all time. Now, if he wants his 5th, now he's trying to go to almost GOAT level. And the only 3-4 guys I can ever think of in Formula One since I'm in alive, you could say is the GOAT. You could say Michael Schumacher easily probably is the GOAT until further notice. But you can make a lot of people say you can make an argument for Ayrton Senna. Some people can say Alain Prost. They won about the same amount of titles, but the only difference is Alain Prost, I think at the time when he retired, had the most wins. At the time he finally called it quits. Or you can put Mansell as high in that discussion. Like I said, some people will put Mario Andretti just because he won 2 titles so quick. Remember when Roush had 6 cars? Yeah, oh God. I remember they had the 6, 16, 17, 99. Did they have the 26 back then when that happened? Probably the 26. And was it what, the old 60 or the old 06? Probably was the 06. I'll have to double check that, but that's a lot of cars. Went back in the early 2000s, I think, when they had 6. I know when they got to like 99, 2000, Jack Rush went to 5. Because I think by 97, 98, Hendrick had 4, if I remember correctly. So, at one point, I have to double check that. But still, that's a lot of cars. So back to the Lewis Hamilton talk. Yeah, so there's a rumor going around that Lewis Hamilton may be doing something with Stuart Haas in 2020. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying Tony Stewart will have outright, ownership where they put it on the Gene Haas, like he'll have like his own second car. But I'm thinking he might have his second car with what's his name? Cole Custer. So technically they'll have 5 if you put Lewis Hamilton in that mix, but they could do like a joint venture, like a Go Fast or some lower tier team and just give them all the technology. So that's a possibility. That's a rumor going around. Another big name open wheel guy is in talks and maybe doing a one-up at some point. Rumors is going on that Scott Dixon's looking to get into NASCAR at least for a one-off at some point. Maybe a Daytona 500 or some big race. Maybe do something in Indy. I don't know. That's a little rumor going around about that lately. I think David Land said something about that not too long ago. Then a couple of IndyCar guys are looking into stock cars. As well, there's another Formula One guy. I forgot his name. There's another young gun that's looking into NASCAR or some type of American series. I'm not saying it's NASCAR. It could be IndyCar. The Lowex series. I think that's what they call that prototype series. There's some rumors going around there. I forgot the dude's name, but there's rumors going around for that. This silly season between now and December is going to get real interesting. Because I think we already know that Truex is going to 19. I know it hasn't been official yet. Officially been announced, but we already know that's going to happen. Kurt Busch going to the 1 is after maybe Jamie McMurray's Daytona 500. I think that's going to be a possibility. I really think. And I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but if Jimmy Johnson decides not to go for the full 2 years and decide, okay, after next year I'm retired, don't be surprised, and you heard it first, that Kyle Lawson will be in the 48. He's going to find a way to get out of that Chip Ganassi contract. They don't get their act together next year, at least really be a serious championship 4 contender, Kyle Lawson's out, and I think he's going to go to Hendrick. You imagine that team in 2020? You got Chase Elliott, which most people think will be the most popular driver anyway. I'm saying it first. He's going to end up being the most popular driver this year in NASCAR. Then you're going to have Alex Bowman on the come up. You got William Byron on the come up. And now you got Kyle Lawson. That means you're going to have 4 guys under the age of 20, under the age of 30 on the same team when suddenly hit the peak of their racing career. That could be a NASCAR equivalent of a super team. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Y'all can put that in the comments later. Possibly that could happen. I'm going to ask y'all this. I know some of y'all will probably watch this in the playback, but I'm going to ask you the question of the week. What drivers out there from different series, I'm not saying I'm excluding like Truck Series and Xfinity Series. We know those are going to come in a cup. But let's say like a Formula One, an IndyCar, like the World Endurance Series, even like Global Rallycross, stuff like those type of series. Which driver, he or she, would you like to see the most coming in NASCAR by 2020, 2021, especially with the Gen 7 coming out by then? And let me know in the comments, because I will be very curious to see who y'all decide that would be. Like I said, I wouldn't see Alonso. I wouldn't like seeing Lewis Hamilton. I know it's awkward, but most likely Natalie Decker would probably be cut by 2022. Probably Harry Deegan by then. Will Power, that might be one of the rumor ones that he might do a one-off with Penske, maybe get him a 4th official Penske car, because we know technically the 4th one is Wood Brothers, but Will Power, that's a very interesting one. He's still kind of young enough. I think that could be, if I could see someone in IndyCar, I could see Joseph Newgarden. That could be good. Will Power would be straight. But I wouldn't mind seeing Marco Andretti. If I had to pick somebody for IndyCar, that would be my choice. And Andretti. Put Marco Andretti in NASCAR, with his father, like Andretti Motorsports, start their own little NASCAR team. We know Marco got talent. I know he's won a few races in IndyCar, so he has talent. I think he could probably be okay in stock car with the right situation. I could see that going down. I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comments. What else I want to say this week? So yeah, that will, like I said, starting next weekend on this weekly Stewy report will be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific. So I will make a video. Probably I will do my best to make a video. I can't always promise I will, but I'll do my best to make a video at least 2 to 3 days in advance, so y'all can be ready and prepared for the weekly Stewy report. Because next week starts NBA season, so I would like to talk about that next week as well. And I'll give you my predictions, because I know it'll be like 1 game in, maybe 2, but I'll give you my predictions anyway, who I think is going to make the playoffs and then who I think is going to make the NBA finals. By then, we'll almost be halfway done with the football season, college and pro, so I'll let you know how I think that's going and who I think is going to make the playoffs and Super Bowl picks by then. By then, we'll be really getting close to the World Series, so I'll let you know who I think is going to make the World Series and who I think is going to win it on next week's Stewy report. Pacers will be a top 3 seed in the East. I'm going to reserve that to the next week's prediction, but I would say that I wouldn't put that outside the realm of possibility. I'll put it like that. I have one or two. I would say I have no more than three could be better than the Pacers just on talent alone. But you know that the East is so. I'm not gonna say it's weak, but it's more wide open now with LeBron not being there. And I'm gonna tell you what who I think is gonna do well in the West. Yes, I would say first. But I'm gonna say for the total prediction, the Lakers will make the playoffs. I'm just not gonna tell you what seed yet. And I will mention that a certain team from a certain state that I'm from will make the playoffs. But I'm not going to tell you which one, though. You're going to have to find out next week. I'm gonna let you know next week. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, Fake Daddy, I got a question for you since you've been asking me some good questions tonight. What is your favorite food and what is your worst food? Now, I'll give you my worst. Now, I'll give you maybe my three favorites. Cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger. Almost anything with bacon is better anyway. So, bacon cheeseburger, pizza. That third one's going to be hard depending on what I want to go at, but I'm going to stay cheesecake. You know, I like hot dogs. Is that your favorite or is that your worst ones? Cheeseburger. I'm allergic to onions. That's why I kind of ruled that one out. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise either. Somehow I've not been a fan of mayonnaise for a while. So don't know why, but just not been a fan of it. And the weird, I can eat like potato style, macaroni style, and certain things with mayonnaise in it. It's just weird. I can't do it when it comes to a sandwich or a burger in this case. Oh, so cheeseburger's your favorite. But onions your least favorite. Okay. From where exactly you're watching this from? What is like your favorite place to go out to eat if you had to pick one? Like a certain restaurant. I'm becoming a foodie to a certain degree. Shake and Steak, that's a good one. Yeah, they got good burgers, I have to admit. Now, we're just talking about burgers. We'll talk it straight up. And I'm going to, I love Hooters because they got good burgers. And we're just talking about fast food. I've always been a big fan of McDonald's, and especially when Bill Elliott had the McDonald's card. But McDonald's has fallen off a little bit. Not necessarily their burgers, just more their customer service lately. So for that, and because of that alone, I'm going to do like in the words of Rob Bass and Eazy-E and Rob, probably too young to remember. They did a song called It Takes Two. That's a late 80s hip-hop song. You haven't heard it, I would highly recommend you listen to it. They say a line or something. I like the Whopper, the Big Mac. Yeah, I'm going to start saying Burger King has the best fast food burger. Even though Hardee's or / Carl's Jr., I heard they stepped their game up with the burger. Or their Burger King has stepped up. Now, as far as fries, Checkers to me got the best fries. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying my opinion. I think Checkers got the best fries. White Castle. I like White Castle. I'm not knocking White Castle. But you have to eat like 10 burgers and eat some. I feel like you're full. They're like too small. And it's like 50 to 60 cents for a burger now. Ain't that a rip off? That's another discussion for another show one week. I will do a rant once in a blue moon, but on that I'll definitely do a rant. Breadsticks, Pizza Hut or Pizza King? Pizza Hut does have good breadsticks. I like the cinnamon sticks. Domino's is not bad. I think I did try Papa John's. They're straight. Pizza King. I never heard of Pizza King. I know a Pizza Hut. I never heard of that. So I don't know if we have one in Orlando. I don't know. I'm doing the show from Orlando, Florida, in case you all don't know. Um, and now that's one of the other big things I want to make an announcement tonight. And that's one of the things I gotta do tonight after I get off the thing. I do like prison letter writing, and there's two people that I've been encouraging and just keep the faith. They're gonna be about to be getting out, and so y'all, whoever believe in God, y'all keep that in prayer because we all gonna be looking for some new people to encourage soon. I did put an offer out there for somebody who's in jail now for like a year, so hopefully they'll like to the ministry. So, in fact, we're trying to get a website up and running. So I gotta find somebody who can help me build a website and build a logo. That's one of the next things I gotta do. But the announcement is, and this is just tentative. This is just based on circumstances that fall into place. Hopefully by Easter 2020, I will no longer be living in Florida. I'll be going back to my home state, what I consider home, sweet home. And no, I'm not talking about Kansas. Heck no. I'm talking about, my Giants suck this year. New York. Yes. I'm not a big fan of cold weather. I'll deal with it. I just got to the point in the last probably 6 months. Ain't no place that's trying to get a little down here in Florida, don't get me wrong. But I had a goal when I moved to Orlando in 2015. If certain things don't pick up by probably a few months ago in 2018, I said 2017. I gave it a little more time because something was trying to open up by then, but it didn't come to fruition. It fell apart like very early this year. So I decided at that point, and I prayed about it. I'm still praying about it, but right now, I feel like God's trying to lead me that direction to start preparing me to go to New York because I went to and I have to tell you how the church conference goes. That'll be a good segue to that in a minute. I had a couple of people talk to me during that weekend at the convention. They prayed over me. By the way, it went well. I do got some pictures up on my Twitter page on that. I think I have one or two up on my and also my Instagram. So if you haven't seen it, I will take a look at it. I posted a few of those from last week. They pray over me because I'm going to end up becoming a pastor in a church. So God's preparing me for that. So I have to talk to somebody early this week. I think I got confirmation on that. So I don't think I want to do it here. I mean, unless God something really opens up between now and then I will most likely stay. But it's got to the point. It's getting really hard to do the things I need to do in Florida. It's gone well, but in certain areas, but in a lot of areas it hasn't. And when you're getting frustrated and you don't really have a lot of people in the area that you can talk to, you can hang out with, and a lot of times I feel a lot of loneliness, sometimes depression, some rejection. It's just getting frustrating to the point that I don't have a lot of people to talk to. I mean, I'm glad I do these lives with y'all. I know at least I'm averaging at least a few views a week, so it helps. I mean, I got like Fake Daddy. Maybe when I do my podcast next year, if you're not necessarily gonna be one of the people on the panel, you'll definitely be a guest. I promise you that. He's been one of my biggest supporters lately, so I appreciate that. And now I can consider you a friend, not just a YouTube friend or on Instagram friend. I think I'm gonna consider you like an actual friend. So start DMing me. I can't spit out words right now, but start DMing me more often and let me know where you live at, what state, and because I don't know what state you live in, but if it's reasonable, maybe I'll come out to your area one weekend next year. I'll see what I could do, especially with some of the new projects I'll be going. Traveling is going to be a little more frequent next year. No, I'm not saying I'm just going to travel every week. No, I'm not going to be all that crazy, but I would say at least 2 to 3 trips next year. 2 of them for business, one for pleasure for sure. So, I'll get to that in another weekly show because there'll be some stuff coming out soon, like some of the places I would like to go to. Not saying I will, but God willing, these will be the places I would like to go to in the time frames. So yeah, so I'm hoping, like I said, the goal is to get to New York by Easter 2020. I don't know the exact, I know it's in April. I don't know the exact day of Easter 2020, but somewhere around that weekend at the earliest, the latest, because it'll be the week before my birthday in 2020, the Memorial Day weekend. Somewhere in that time frame, that's when I want to be back in New York, living, have my own little apartment, or start having enough money to afford to rent a house. You know, that's not cheap in New York, but it is what it is. And then I have like a little, I guess you could say, a studio. Hope I'll have like some pictures, like sports pictures or some inspiration stuff. I want to make that studio look nice. So, not saying I'll do YouTube full time, but you know, doing this once a week, doing like a weekly show, maybe a half, like a between. My goal is to keep it no more than 30 to 60 minutes a week. I mean, if it goes a little bit over, that's fine. But I'm doing it for you guys because I like doing this. I don't mind talking. I can talk for hours, but I'm not gonna keep you all night. But however, that's something I would like to do. You know, I was a little nervous doing a live in the first week. I'll do a video. I was hesitant to do it for a while, but something told me in the inside to do it. And since then, I got lots of new subscribers. Since then, you know, thank you for subscribing to my page, by the way. We need to get the subscriptions up to at least 100. If I do get 100 by January 1st, I will do something special for that 100, like a video or something. And especially if a couple of things come in before the end of the year, I will put as a special, like 100 subscriber video special. So if y'all can help me get to 100 by January 1st, 2019, I will do something special. Maybe I'll go live that day on New Year's Day while I was watching bowl games. So I can't really show much of it due to copyright. I don't want to get copyright strike, but we'll do something that day. I will make sure we'll do something on January 1. No, I'm not gonna do like midnight unless you guys really want me to do a quick live right after the ball drop. I mean, I could. I mean, if that's something you want, let me know in the comment section after the, you know, and we'll see. Maybe if I'm in a good mood, we'll see what happens. I was thinking about addressing this on the live today as part of the report, but I guess I said sure. You talking about for the New Year's Eve, the New Year's like midnight, like starting for 2019, maybe first, you know, maybe one of the first people go live on YouTube for the year. All right, I'll tell you what, Fit Daddy. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. You're number one. If I get 9 other people, that's not you. Between now and then, because you and I watch similar shows and we comment on similar videos. You know, like David Land's page, because he'll be on the he'll be on the next week's podcast as a guest. You know, Grip Dog's supposed to be on there once before the end of the year. You know, Black Flag Matters, especially with Carnation. You can help me get 9 other people to want to do that, and they'll be committed to be on that live. Not you. I know you'll be on there. I have a feeling you will. I will do it. I will make a promise on this live right now. You get 10 people say yes, I will be on that live. You know, mention on your Twitter, Instagram. I'll do my part too. I will make sure I'm on that 12:01 a.m. January 1, 2019. We will do a 60-minute live. We'll do the first pretty much the first hour of the new year. You know, we'll talk about some stuff. Maybe we'll put some music in the background. You know, maybe I'll even do a little moonwalking or some type of dance move to start the year right. And maybe I'll go over my goals for 2019, all that stuff. And then I'll put a special New Year's video on YouTube that same day. So we'll do some content too. So And I gotta learn how to do that NR 2003. Someone's got to teach me how to do some of that stuff because that looks cool as heck. I learn how to do those simulation races, all that stuff. So once I get my laptop, I gotta find out how much that's gonna cost me to get the software. I got to figure how big the hard drive I need just so I can do the decent content, stuff like that. So once someone can help me figure that out, maybe a terabyte should be more than enough. Yeah, but I want to make sure for sure get a computer that has at least 1 terabyte of hard drive to do type like NASCAR NR 2003 stuff. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Now this is something there's someone outside of YouTube wanted me to address on the video. He was like today, when you get the Discord, many people will know about NR 2003, so you could ask him. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, once I learn how to do the Discord, I might have time to do it tomorrow at the library. I'm actually going to a local library for a half hour tomorrow, and I might log on to Instagram through the computer, and I'll see what I can find. He said, "Hey, Rashid, I'm probably able to attend another live stream. You can also join other Discord. Hey, DM me that how to, who has, besides you, I think you have a Discord. I'm going to join yours. Who else that we know, because based on what we commonly watch. Oh, Eric got a Discord? Okay, I might join his too then. If we know anybody else that has a Discord that, we watch certain videos or have subscribed to similar pages, I do have that open. You can see who I subscribe with. If you see anybody of my people I keep up with, I haven't been able to join the last couple of live streams because I've been at my high school home football games. Hey, that's cool. Is your high school doing well? In fact, I used to go to school at Freeport High School in New York. I gotta check to see how my football team's doing. Well, usually that's one of our best sports is football. We're known for our football. Lately, we're getting better for our basketball, but for when I was going to high school, God, years ago, I'm getting old. Just in case you don't know, I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 next year, so I'm getting old. Back in the mid to late 90s, we was known for our football, women's basketball, softball, and a little bit with wrestling. We got our wrestling game up, especially my senior year, and I did help a little bit with the bowling during my senior year, and that bowling team actually won and went on the state competition. I think one of them actually got a scholarship to bowl. I don't know if they ever took advantage of it, but I was told that. 3 or 4. Ooh, and y'all you said something about a 4-game losing streak? Something about New York Giants. My Giants suck, by the way. I don't even want to talk about that tonight. That'll be a whole nother rant. Last away games, okay. Hope your team at least finished 500. That would be good. But anyway, back to the story. With the one of us actually on to talk about tonight. Yeah, I don't remind me about it. We got killed by the Eagles. I don't want to talk about that. That's kind of bad. No, okay. So I'm gonna make fun of my team because I'm the Giants fan. So oh well. The last thing I want to talk about quickly is someone said, don't be afraid, put yourself out there. Talk about your love life. Like, really? Almost everybody else watching my lives or videos, 98% of them are men. Only 1 or 2 women has ever watched it. So you can tell the demographics, especially when we talk about sports and stuff mostly, it's going to be a male-dominated thing. So I don't think I should mention my love life to I'm averaging about 3 to 4 people watch my I don't want to say podcast, but I'm starting to do my weekly stream. I call it the Stewy Report. If you didn't see the title, that's gonna be the new name of the show starting this week. So this is episode 1. Next week will be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central. But what I'll do for the first couple weeks, I'll do a video like midweek just to remind you guys. It's a quick 60 to 90 second reminder. Hey, there's gonna be the Stewy Report coming this week. Be prepared. The most we had so far, I think, is 4 for one moment today. So I'm gonna challenge you, Eric. I didn't see who the other person came online tonight. I want to go with 10 people on this channel next week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mention on my Instagram. I'm gonna mention on my Twitter. I may say something on the I don't know who's doing the weekly podcast next week. I think it's on Black Flag Matters channel. I think if I heard it like towards the end of the last show, because I did send a super chat for $2. So I think for now I'm gonna do super chat to everybody that does that podcast, at least $1. The only reason I did Danny B too, because he needs the money right now. He's doing car sales. Until his car sale game picks up, he needs a little more help. But I will average at least $1 a week for everybody else. At least I try to be somewhat generous, you know. We lost to teams with only one prior win for 2 weeks. Good God. That sounds like one of my old high school teams. I went to another high school for 1 year. That sounds like one of our season. I mean, we finished what was it, 6-4-1? Yeah, we finished 6-4-1, and 2 of those 4 losses was something similar that we lost to a scrub that we should have beat. On paper, we had that team beat down, and we lost. I think one that we choked a 12-point lead at the end of the game. Well, I think it was like 12 to 13-point lead. That was years ago, but that was sad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But anyway, I will mention about my love life. Like I said, I'm 39 years old. I may not look like it, but I am. I'll be 40 next May. I've never been married. Don't have no kids. At least I'm not trying to. I get married. I'm trying to use Trojans. Predictions for this week. Oh, okay, you missed it. But I did say Brad Keselowski will win Talladega Cup race. Now the truck race, that's a little more wide open. I'm gonna say Johnny Sauer because he's been so good on restricted plates the last few years. My underdog pick in the truck is that guy who supposedly got arrested racing this weekend. That guy in the free truck. If he is, I'm picking him. I'm gonna pick him as an underdog, and I'm hoping somebody will run Bubba. Someone will run Bubba Wallace a backup car. Abe Gobbin he crashes, and I hope he doesn't. Someone get that man a backup car. I heard a rumor that Richard Petty Motorsport only bought 1 car for the weekend. Really? I don't know how true that is. I thought, is Todd Gilliland racing, or is it Dad took over his truck this week? I thought Todd Gilliland was 18. Wasn't he 18? Isn't he eligible to race at Talladega? I think so. Oh, both are racing. So what about Joe Nemechek? Is he racing with his son? I thought Joe Nemechek does truck races. Doesn't he do truck races too? I think he does. I don't know if he's seen Talladega, but I didn't see him. I didn't see in the entry list, but someone can help me out. Todd's in the 4. David's in the. I thought what's his name was in the 51. Was it like a Burton or? I'm not saying it was a Burton. Was it some dude in the 51 earlier this year? I think Kyle Busch did a race in the 51 earlier this year, but was it another young gun? Was it in 51? I'm not sure. I haven't really kept up with trucks like that. But there's a rumor that Haley Deegan's going to truck next year. Or is it Archer? I heard one of the two. Oh, so Joe Nemechek's in. Oh, he's in 87. That was his own number. I remember he had the Burger King car. Oh, yeah, I remember he had that Burger King car. That was pretty cool back in the days. That was like 95. I'll double check my stats, but I think that was in 1995. But anyway, we get back to my love life. Yeah, like I said, I'm 39. I'll be 40 next May. Okay. No, they say John Hunter Nemechek's pretty much in last place. I think there's only how many trucks are supposed to be in the race? 36? So he's one of the last trucks, yeah. But no matter where you start Talladega, it's where you finished. But anyway, like I say, back to my love life again. Oh, we're up to 3 people, and I got a like. So, hey, get those other 2 people, put a like on my page, please, on this video. If we can at least even out the number, 3 and then 3 for the likes. Well, 3 is a good number because that usually does well in Talladega. So that's what I'm going to pick for the underdog picks. Austin Dillon / Bubba Wallace will be 2 of my underdog picks. In the truck, I'm going for that guy in the free truck, whatever his name is. I think it's Anderson. I think his name is that dude. I'm picking him for the underdog. He's in the free, so that might be a good number this weekend. That could be a good omen. Oh yeah, surprise prediction: Jennifer Joe Cobb will finish in the top 12 in the truck race. I'll probably say 11. She'll probably finish 11. So for that team and for that standards, I think be good. I'm gonna send you an invite to Eric's Discord. Just click the link, join it. You what? Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that. Do that at the end because I still got about maybe. Let me check my time here. I started a minute too late, so I'll probably do another 10 to. Yeah, I'm talking about that dude, Jordan Anderson. Yeah, that dude. I don't know if he's racing this weekend. If he is, I'm cheering for him, President Underdog. I just want him to do well. Yeah, I want to see him do well. I'll cheer for him. Yeah, okay, yeah, he'll be my underdog pick for the truck then. I'll go for him for the underdog. 21st ain't bad. It's not bad at all. What's up, NDJR Racing? Are you a Dale Jr. fan? Just curious. I mean, I like the name. It's creative. Oh, we got 4 now. Oh, like cool. 4 is a good number. That usually runs good at Talladega and Daytona, especially with Stewy, Marlin, Ernie Irvan, now with Kevin Harvick, of course. But before then, yeah, that 4 car usually does well at Talladega, so don't be surprised. That car is near the front. We do have a 4 in the truck, right? Yeah, that's Todd Gilliland. That might be another good underdog pick. Yeah, I mean, I know truck has a fantasy league, but put that 4 truck in your fantasy team this week and put the 4 car there for you. Want to put him in the. He's won at Talladega a couple times, so yeah, put him in the fantasy league. But yeah, one more time about my love life. Yes, I am single for now. Am I talking to somebody? Someone picked Bowman to win. He's done well in the past at Daytona and Talladega, so I wouldn't be too surprised. It'd be a little bit of an upset, but most people will probably see that coming. Am I ready to mingle? I like that single and ready to mingle. I like that. I know that, but I know people have been asking me that lately. Yes and no. Yes, to the sense, considering what, like I said, my age is. In case you didn't hear me, I'm going to be 40 next year. Considering my situation and considering the age, and since I've never been married with no kids, I'm at the point right now that I would like to have somebody, but I'm not just going to settle for anybody. I'm not just going to pick somebody just because, oh, no, I'm single and whatever. No. I'm not saying she has to be perfect either, but I think there's got to be qualities, good qualities you need to have in a woman. So I have some options right now, but I'm praying about it. I want to see what God leads me with before I make a final decision. I'm not just going to dive in head first into a relationship so I know for sure. It would be nice if she likes sports. I mean, that would be a bonus, but that's one of it I would like, of many, but that's going to be high on my list. But honestly, if I had to pick a top 5 thing I want in a woman, I'll say first and foremost, gotta love God, because I love God. That has to be number one. God has to be number one in their life. It has to be the center of everything. If not, family's number 2. Family/kids would be 2. Outgoing, free, affectionate, 4, and got at least like one sport. I have about 42 questions this weekend for homework. Man, what class is that? I'm great with math. I will say this: if you need help with math, well, I don't know. Y'all math it's more complicated when I did math back in the days. I don't know what type of formulas or whatever y'all come up with, but yeah, math was my best subject while I was in school. So for the people online right now, what was your best subject? I see English. The cubic. Never heard of that. I have more than I have. I had 55. Oof. Oh boy. My favorite subject is going home. You must not be a big fan of school, so I don't blame you. I have a couple of friends like that. VA studies. I never heard of that. Sounds cool. Yeah, I would say in order, math was one. People are gonna be shocked when I tell you a number two. TV production. Yeah, I was supposed to do a radio station at my high school, but it was too early in the morning, and the way my schedule was, we had 9 classes. Well, 8 with a lunch break, but it still counted 9 periods, and you only got like 40 minutes per class, and you got 4 minutes to get to class in between, but they gave you a 1-minute break, so really you got 5 minutes to get to a class. But it's hard because the way my school was, it's Virginia studies. My school had 2 stories, so my locker was downstairs right by the auditorium. It was good when most of my morning classes most of my morning classes was upstairs onto the other side of this building. So it was hard for me to go because you only got 5 minutes. So once that bell rings, you averaging about 25 students in my high school, because especially my senior year, we had about 2,000. Man, I'm not even in high school. Damn. That's cool, though. I got people from all different ages watching this show, at least peek at. That's cool. I appreciate that. You guys don't, especially guys getting up in age, you got young people, next generation, listen to me just ramble up on stuff. I feel blessed. I know you think that you're not in high school. I'm not in high school. He's a junior in high school. I'm assuming he's in junior high school. So we got all carnations of the same age. What? I thought he used to be out of high school where he'd be talking some smack. But he's very intelligent for his age, though. I'll give him that much. And tell Carnation I said hello. If he doesn't make this live tonight, tell him I said hello. No, I haven't reached high school yet. Carnations. Clearly, college football news. Wonderful Tulsa is beating 23 South Florida. What? Oh, cool. What the hell is going on here? You got to be kidding. I'm not a big South Florida fan. My school closest school where I live as UCF. But so we got a 7th grader, we got an 8th grader, and we have an 11th grader. Wow. It's nice I could talk to the younger generation about NASCAR and sports, because you're talking to a guy who's watched NASCAR and sports since 1985. So I watched it pretty much since the equivalent of the generation. It was at the very mid part of Generation 3 car when they started loading the bodies around 1981, 82. When I started watching, Bill Elliott was starting to come up. Dale Earnhardt was starting to really hit the prime of his career. Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Dale Walter was starting to slowly fade out. Rasheem Stewy and me will drive the 41. Now, this was NR 2003. That would be ironic. A Stewart drives a Stewart Haas car. That would be ironic. But I'll tell you honestly, if I was going to do an NR 2003 car, as much as I will do the 9 car, because like I said, I grew up a Bill Elliott and Chase Elliott fan, but I will probably do the 94 car, because I love that, especially that McDonald's 94 car back in the mid-90s. So I'll probably want to do a 94, and I'm a big Ford fan. So now with the new Mustang, I want to do a 94 Ford Mustang Mountain Dew car. Rasheem still takes control of Stewart Haas, but no one would know it because of the same last name. You know, a couple people say I should be related to Cordell Stewart or Tony Stewart. Like, I wish, but but like I said, I'll say they're like distant cousins. If I ever get married, Tony Stewart, you can come to my wedding. You can tell that I said that on my podcast, on my weekly show. Tony Stewart, you're invited to my wedding. Yeah, well, you say you're distant cousins, okay? You too, Cordell Stewart. I'm gonna invite you too. I think there's a Stewart on the Yankees. Yeah, you're invited too, because you're on the Yankees. You're invited. No, Jon Stewart. That's the comedian. He'll be cool to have at the wedding. Rod Stewart, the singer. That would be cool. I would like to have him at the wedding. No, it's Stuart Scott. Oh, Iceberg has a. I I don't. I don't know if I'm subscribed to his page. Who I think will get eliminated after this round? Oh, that's a tough call. I would like. Honestly, I would outside Chase Elliott. I would like to see Kyle Lawson in the championship 4. But he's gonna have to step his game up. If he doesn't get at least a top 10 with stage points, he's gonna try to have to win Kansas, and I'm afraid for him right now. Let's see. It's Bowman. I think if he doesn't win this week, he's out. In my opinion, I'll say Bowman. I hate to give it to Almaloa. Oh God, but I hate to get rid of him. But Almaloa, Bowman. Oh, that's gonna be so tough. Clint Boyer, he'll probably miss it by a point. And I'm gonna say Bailey. I hate to get rid of 2 Stuart Haas cars. I gotta keep Kurt Busch. I gotta at least keep 2 of them in there. Well, how many JGR cars? We still got 2 left. Yeah, they're gonna be safe. I don't have a computer right now, so I gotta wait till I get a laptop. Once I get that, then I'll start doing hangouts. I mentioned that earlier. I'm looking into that, but I gotta wait till I get a computer. I'm saving up money for that. I don't know. I'm missing one. Who left? Did Austin Dillon make it? No, he's gone. Who else is left? If Ryan Bramey doesn't get at least a top 10 this way, I'll say you could be on Hangout stream on mobile. I didn't know that. I guess I can stay for a few more minutes now. That's cool. Oh, my championship 4. I'm sorry. My championship 4 will be, but it's not actually streaming it. Oh, okay. I'll look into that. I'll Google that and see how that will work. Okay, that's cool. My championship 4 probably gonna be Harvick, Busch. You know, as much as I like Martin Truex Jr., but somebody's gonna win one of them 3 races and knock him out. I think. I'm gonna say Chase Elliott. I'm gonna say Kyle Larson. Something tell me that dude makes the championship 8. He's runs good at Texas. He's good at Phoenix. He's okay at Martinsville. You know, at least 2 of the big 3's gonna make it because of points. We know that, so gotta at least get 2. Martin Truex Jr. could be a borderline 3, so somebody's gonna have to win and knock him out. Yeah, I think Larson could be out too if he doesn't win if he doesn't at least get top 10 in Talladega. He may still. I'm not saying he has to win Kansas, but he's gonna almost have to get a lot of stage points in Kansas and get a top 5. So that's gonna be his goal the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna end it here because my battery's starting to get a little low. You know, I could put. Oh, Iceberg's live in 30 minutes. He said something about BS stream. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying it's bullshit, but you never know. If you don't have Iceberg's channel, Fake Daddy or somebody leave a link, either his link or just his name, like his real name, whatever he goes by on YouTube, so people can go to his link. So I'm actually going to see his live stream for a few minutes before I go to bed because I had to go to work tomorrow. The Iceberg, yeah. So if you can check the Iceberg, or some people don't know what the Iceberg is because a couple people come in sometimes and they don't know other YouTubers that we chill with. So if you put their real name, they get to search it by their name, and then he gets subscribed. Oh, we're up to 5 people. Okay, cool. I'm almost over this podcast. First weekly show, I'm up to 5 people. Hey, guess. Oh, here's a trivia. Who was the last driver to drive a number 5 in the Cup Series? Oh, and better yet, name the guy right now, if you know your IndyCar, who drives the number 5 in IndyCar. Correct, Casey Kane, that is correct. Now let's see if you know the IndyCar number 5. If anybody watched IndyCar racing, you're going to be a little surprised. You might get this one right, but somewhat, don't Google it, don't cheat. Someone Googled it. Damn it. I didn't say Google it, but who watched IndyCar? Derek. No, he's right. James Hinchcliffe. Very good, but all right, Eric, I know you're a little young, but here's the most famous number 5 in IndyCar history. I'll say tie. Mario Andretti, and when Nigel Mansell came in the mid-90s, the Formula One driver, he took over the number 5 number for a couple years and number 6 went to Mario Andretti. So those are 2 best 5s I can remember. Oh, yeah, and AJ Fernandez saw 5 for a while in Champ Car. Yeah, don't ask me. I don't know all this. I hate to say. What other motorsports I watch? Once I get my TV fixed, I say IndyCar, Formula One. I watch some drag racing, but just like the big majors, like the Gator Nationals, U.S. Nationals. I'll probably watch the Pomona race. I watch like the 24 Hours of Daytona, 24 Hours of Le Mans. Does horse racing count? Like Breeders' Cup? I'll watch that. I mean, that's I know it's 1 horsepower, no pun intended. But yeah, I'll watch that. Does Rally Cross count? Yeah, Global Rally Cross. I'll watch that. MotoGP. It's hard. I don't know what channel on MotoGP's on, but I want to watch some of those races. I'm trying to find it on YouTube, like they raced this year. It's a little bit hard to find. I like motorcycle racing, like AMA. Cause I know I live like an hour and a half, like an hour away from Daytona Beach, and I know they always do that Daytona Bike Week. So at some point, I would love to see like a supercross race there. Of course, the Daytona 200. That would be cool as heck. I would like to do that. I'm going to add that to my bucket list. A sporting event, including the 12 Hours of Sebring. I know it's in Florida, but I mean, I still want to watch that race too at some point. I definitely want to add that to the bucket list. Okay, so we're pretty much going to be wrapping up here for the first show. 3 people watched, 2 likes. We got up to 5, so that YouTube saying I got 7 to 8 people, new people doing the podcast. So that's pretty good for a first week. Global Rally shut down, but they switched to oh, okay. Thank you for the update. That's interesting. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, hi. My name is Rashim, aka Lev Rashim. If you like it, subscribe. There will be some new content. I'm gonna try to put something out every week. The Stewy report will be back next Friday. Mark it on your calendar. Next Friday, 9 p.m. Hopefully, maybe at some point, I'm doing most of my things on the phone. Once I get a computer, I might start adding guests. But until then, yeah, I appreciate the love. That's why I put the blush on there. Sorry, but I'm blushing. Literally and figuratively. These bubble effects are cool. So yeah, I'll be back on next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. So Eric, Vic Daddy, and JR Relation, whoever the 4th person is, you can say hello real fast. Whoever the other person is at this point. Before you leave, don't leave it. Wait. Before you leave, mention it to your friends. Mention it on any other podcast is coming, because I will start doing that for now. I'm going to promote myself on every podcast from here on in on the chat room. We're trying to get this up to 10 next week. At least 10 people watching. So I know you couple people are loyal to it. That's great. But we need at least, we got 4 loyal now. I need at least 6 more new people to watch it next week. Bring your topics, bring your questions. We'll talk about pretty much anything's a sport. I'll talk for anything from auto racing all the way to badminton, all the way from cricket to tennis, golf, hockey, football, soccer. Most countries call it football, but American soccer, Canadian football, anything like that, any news, any topics, you let me know. We'll talk about it, and I'll do my best to answer it. But anyway, thank you, YouTube. Love you guys. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And good night. And for our weekly verse of the week would be the same. Whatever you do, do it in love. 1 Corinthians 16:14 in English Standard Version. And trust me, I will wear a much better shirt next week. I didn't have to wear one work shirt because, oh well. Y'all have a blessed night. God bless America. And God bless NASCAR. Y'all watch the Talladega race. It'll be on, and I think it's on NBC this week. I'll double check that. I believe it's on NBC 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Is that race on NBC or NBC and NBCSN? Try saying that 3 times fast. Truck race on what? Regular Fox or FS1? But don't leave yet till someone tell me because I want to make these announcements right. What's that tomorrow, right? Does anybody know a start time? If I get off work early enough, I might be able to watch it. Cause I get done at work around 3:30 Eastern. So if that race is still going on, I'm gonna watch it on my phone. If it's past 3:30 p.m. Eastern, then I'm gonna just try to. Or 1 o'clock, I'll be in the middle of working, but I'll watch it on my phone. I don't do much on a Saturday for work, so that's the one I can goof off and watch my phone. I'm not getting in trouble. So yeah. What time is the Cup race? I think it's like what 2:30 Eastern. We're getting confirmation. Cup 1. We'll just say 2 o'clock. He said 1:55. So we'll just say 2 o'clock for the sake of argument. 2 p.m. on NBC. Watch it. I believe there's a good game on ABC this week for college football. I forgot who's playing. ALCS play division series. I believe it's on TBS. Or Fox. Or FS1. 1 to 2. Michigan. Oh yeah, Michigan, Wisconsin tomorrow night. NLCS, I believe it's on FS1. I'll double check. Oh, ESPN 1 to 2. I'm gonna double check that. And I guess I'll give my World Series predictions next week. And all that episode NBA predictions. If there's any motorsport news or something big, I'm gonna try to do a reaction video at least once a week of news as well. So that'll be something you'll see coming up more often on that. Remember, I did a global review, like reaction. You might see me do that after the Talladega race. Because I might be watching mostly on the phone. No, actually, depending on what happens tomorrow night, it's going to depend where I'm going to watch it. If I'm still hanging out with my friends on Sunday, then I'm watching on the phone. While I'm hanging out with them. But if I'm not, I'm going to be watching it at Hooters. No, I know I'm a Chase Airway fan, but I have to support the sponsors of Chase Airway and drinking Mountain Dew. So there'll be 2 sponsors for the price of 1. And yet, I'm one of the few guys who can admit I do go to Hooters just to watch the sports. Yeah, I do like the women, but I do watch it for the sports and the entertainment. Doesn't hurt. You got fine looking women watching it with you. So, but on that happy note, again, good night. God bless y'all. Thank you for coming to the stream. Y'all made my day. Y'all made my night. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. And my last saying is this. No matter what happens in life, just remember that somebody wants you to succeed. You owe it to yourself for the people who love you and that really legitimately love you and care about you. We'll talk about this a little bit more next week in the next week's stream, like a minute to topic on this. But somebody out there wants you to succeed, especially you young people, especially the people in high school, junior high, going into college soon. You got people, you got family, you got people who want you to succeed. Do what you got to do to succeed. Keep your focus on the school. Stay focused and do it for yourself. You know, if you believe in God, do it for God for number one. Do it for God first. Do it for yourself. Time with family second. Okay? And you'll be successful. Until next week, goodbye and deuces. And ironically, I picked Brad Keselowski to win the race, so that's a good appropriate ending. Deuces.